Yo, what's good, YouTube? How's everyone feeling today? It's Joey here again with Sin City Mafia. I know it's been a minute since I posted to my channel. Listen, your boy gets lazy. But I'm back at you today with a fucking information-filled year in review. What the Bills need to do in the offseason, because obviously we didn't win this past game. Kansas City, it's a tough one. It's okay, and I'll get into that. But this video is brought to you by no one yet, but that lucky person could be you. Moving on. So, everyone, the Buffalo Bills year was fantastic. Let's just be honest, it was awesome. It was 13-3 year. Overall, we went 15-4. Did I think coming into the year the Bills were going to win the Super Bowl? No, I didn't. I thought we were a legitimate playoff contender, absolutely, and we proved that to be true. We won the division like a lot of people said we were going to, but we faced the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and ladies and gentlemen, we all saw what happened there. The Chiefs are a really good team. Really good team. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, even Mecole Hardman. These guys are like impossible to cut. Travis Kelce is uncoverable, almost uncoverable. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. They're pretty matchup proof. Mixed in with Patrick Mahomes, it's absolutely deadly. It's probably the most deadly combination in the league. Let's be honest. They whooped us, 38-24. They whooped us, to say the least. I'm going to keep this short and simple because I don't want to dive into this game all that much. I just don't want to look in the past. I just kind of, as a Bills fan, I want to look forward. This game, I thought, was poorly coached. I thought we were not prepared. I really think we didn't look like a prepared team against the Chiefs. We didn't. And arguably the biggest game of the year, we didn't look prepared. It was upsetting. I didn't like Brian. Our offense was very mediocre going throughout the entirety of the playoffs. I did not like what Dable was drawing up. That goes for the Colts game. That goes for the Ravens game. That goes for the Chiefs game. I just didn't like his game plan. Leslie Frazier had a standout game against the Ravens. Don't get me wrong. But against the Chiefs, I mean, what were we doing? What were we doing? Like honestly, like, you're not bumping Travis Kelce off the line at all. You're letting him get open damn near every single play. We were playing soft all game. Letting them get open 20 yards, 30 yards, 15 yards, boom. Like, it was embarrassing. If I'm being honest, it was embarrassing. And if it weren't for that fumble in the beginning of the game with Mecole Hardman fumbling it on like their own 3 or 4, that game possibly could have been 38 to, let's say, 10. Yeah, could have been that bad. It could have been. I don't want to dive into that much. I was just kind of unimpressed with the preparation that our coaches put into that game. I look, and I get it. The players still need to execute. Our guys were not getting open. The Chiefs defense had a great scheme. I mean, they were playing great. And obviously the offense was just completely unstoppable. But come on, Sean. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. We got outcoached. We got outplayed. Better players, better coaches. To this point. Not saying the Bills can't get better, which we absolutely can. We absolutely can. We were the biggest threat to take down the Chiefs this year in the AFC. Plain and simple. But that should just show you how big the gap is between the Chiefs and everyone else. That's why everyone was rooting for the fucking Browns to fucking beat the Chiefs. Fucking Patrick Mahomes is out of the game. You can't beat the motherfucking Chiefs with Chad Henne. Fuck. Fuck the Browns, man. God, look, no offense to the Browns. I have a lot of Browns fans. I know, and they're great fans, but come on. Fuck, that was embarrassing. You fucking beat them. Well, how often do you get a rarity chance like that when Patrick Mahomes is out of the game? And what were they down by 4 points at that point or something? 7 points? Come on. That's why I, as a Bills fan, was rooting for the Chiefs to win that fucking game. And other fans, oh, I'll take the Chiefs. Anyways, moving on. Now, guys, this is gonna be a little bit of a long video. Sit back, relax, enjoy it, listen to what I got to say. It is off-season time for the Buffalo Bills. Now, Bills fans, this is a position we have been in far too many times, but within the last 25, 26, 27 years, it's came a little later than normal, and it feels kind of good. We weren't talking about the draft in December. We weren't talking about you know what I mean? So, but now, hey, it's almost February. We can wait, today's Friday. We're 2 days from the Super Bowl. Now we're able to talk about it. I love it. Look, we had a great season. Go Bills, right? Anyways. So totally, man, I'm just going to say right now, the Bills have, Brandon Beane and company have their work cut out for them. As it stands right now, total cap space for the Buffalo Bills is around $3.8 million. It's not that great. It's right around league average. We're not in salary cap hell like the New Orleans Saints, but we're not in the best shape either. We have a bunch of draft picks, which is great. We have 1 first, we have 1 second, 1 third. No force, we gave that up in the Stephon Diggs trade, completely fine with. And then 2 fifth rounders, 1 sixth, and 2 sevenths. I think that's awesome. Brandon Beane has, been able to work with those middle round picks and get something out of them, i.e. Matt Milano. I'll talk about him in a sec. Those are draft picks. I think in terms of the draft, holes we need to fill, where we can get better. Personally, I think running back, plain and simple. Running back. I like Devin Singletary. I do. I liked him his rookie year. I thought he was going to be good. And then when Zach Moss came into the mix this year, I was like, damn, okay. Now we got a little thunder and lightning. Someone who's north-south, and Zach Moss, and Singletary, who's a little east-west, could make a guy miss on a dime, right? Really didn't work out. I don't know what happened. I think it was partly because of our run blocking not really being that great. But I also think it's just lack of talent, Look, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, both third-round picks. I don't know if really anyone in the draft was necessarily high on both of these guys. Third-round picks, Utah, FAU. There was definitely other options in those drafts to take besides those 2 guys. And look, they're still under contract. They're still on their cheap rookie deals. We'll have them. But I think running back, you got to improve there because we were no threat to anyone on the ground in the playoffs. And you just become too one-dimensional at that point. And it's too easy to stop. If Josh Allen is dropping back on 90% of his plays, play man or play zone coverage, It was predictable, and you can't do that. I don't care, Dable, if you don't like running the ball and you have so much confidence in your passing game, you got to be able to run the ball in some semblance. And we weren't able to. We need speed at that position. Speed, size, we need that. We also need an edge rusher, some defensive line help for sure. Ed Oliver cannot do it on his own, even though Harrison Phillips did show up at the end of the year. Cornerback depth. Tre'Davious White is amazing, awesome, under contract. We really got no one else besides him. When you got Josh Norman taking snaps, important pivotal snaps in the playoffs at his age, you don't want that. Edge rusher is huge. Edge rusher is huge, by the way. It's huge. We need someone who can consistently get to the quarterback, not named Jerry Hughes. Look, I love you, Jer. I love you, Jer. But come on, dude. We cannot. I thought Ed Oliver was gonna be that guy for us, but we missed Star Latulippe bad this year, really bad, and Jordan Phillips. We missed those two guys, and I think that was really helping Ed Oliver improve. And he's in the middle. He really wasn't getting much help all year. There's a couple free agents I think we could go after, and a couple of our own that we need to re-sign. So let's put it this way. Cap space, 3.8 as it stands. Now, we got John Feliciano, who's going to be a free agent, Matt Milano, Darrell Williams, and a couple guys I think we could cut for sure. I'm just going to go right off the bat. That's going to go Trent Murphy, because he would save $8 million against the cap. And Lee Smith, that's $2.25 million against the cap. And Vernon Butler, which is $6.85 against the cap. Now, this could be a surprise to some of you guys. I think the Bills could ultimately let go of John Brown. John Brown would save $9 million against the cap. You'd only have $1.6 million in dead cap. And after all that's said and done, we'd have $26 million in cap room, which would rank right around the top of the league, around 6th, 7th, 8th in the league in terms of cap space. So I think that's possible. I think we could get rid of those guys. Trent Murphy, John Brown, Vernon Butler, Lee Smith. I think that's doable. Gabe Davis really stepped up this year. In his rookie year, I think he could fill that role. Or you could just go out, get a cheaper free agent. Or you got Isaiah Hodgins, who you drafted last year in the 5th round from Oregon State. He didn't play at all in 2020. Maybe he could be an option. And you got a bunch of guys in the practice squad. I don't know if Kenny Stills is coming back, but you got Jake Kumaro signed to a futures contract. You got that kid. It was Josh Allen's number 1 option at Wyoming. Doubt he'll be an option, but there is some guys that you do have on the practice squad that you could possibly see to fill that role. But Gabe Davis, absolutely, could fill John Brown's role. Brandon Beane, there's an interview where he says basically, if I draft the guy now and he proves to be good in his rookie year, I can get rid of the guy that get rid of the veteran that I'm paying a premium on. John Brown would be one of those guys. So in total, $26 million in cap if we make those moves. I personally think we really need to re-sign Matt Milano. Matt Milano is integral to this team. Big time. We need him. We're really bad without him, and he's arguably one of the best cover linebackers in the game. I know he didn't do well against Travis Kelce, but who really does? And I get it. He needs to stay healthy. But when he's healthy, he's fantastic. He's a great player. One of our best, arguably our best player on defense. I think we need him. He helps Tremaine Edmonds out a bunch. And if we're able to draft another linebacker, look, no offense to AJ Klein, he was cool and all for the second half of the year. But if we can draft another linebacker to really get that 3 cornerstone guy in the linebacker corps, we can be nasty. But here's the thing. First order business, re-sign Matt Milano. Matt Milano's current average annual value, according to Sports Track, is around $13.8 million a year. And they project him to get a deal around 3 years worth around $41.4 million. Now, 13 mil, not a crazy amount, but for a Bills team that doesn't have the most wiggle room in the cap department, it could be tough. Now, Brandon Beane said something about possibly letting him explore his free agent options. I really hope that was just media speak, but you gotta get him back, Brandon. You got to. I know he's a 5th round pick, and you think maybe you could find another Matt Milano in the 5th round. Nah, I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not saying I lack confidence in Brandon Beane, but I really want Matt Milano back, and I think as Buffalo Bills fans, we all want Matt Milano back. And the guy that Matt Milano is, I'm not a Matt Milano hater. I'm a big fan. Kind of a dick. Great player. Seen a couple of his interviews. Kind of a cocky motherfucker. Don't blame him. You can't blame him. But he seems like the type of guy who would maybe bite on an offer from Tampa, Miami, those warm with LA. He seems like the type of, he's a Boston kid, but some Dago from Boston, right? But that's to be seen. Re-sign Matt Milano. Now, in the draft, I'm just gonna start a new segment right here. Okay, great. Now it's draft time. It is the draft. So the draft's in April. It's already told you the amount of picks we got. We got around 8 picks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 picks. Okay. I suck at math. Anyways, I'm just gonna try to just give you a projection of what I think we're gonna go in the first 3 rounds. I'm not gonna go, 4th, 5, 6, 7. We didn't have a 4th anyways. But 1 through 3, I think. Now, this is what I want to do. This is what I would do. And I'm not the Bills GM. I'm not Brandon Beane. Your first round pick, 30th overall, if he's there, which I think he will be, you go Travis Etienne from Clemson, the running back. Why? Well, I think it's pretty obvious why. We don't have any running game. Travis Etienne has been productive his entire college career at Clemson. He's a national champ. He's one of the top running backs in this draft class. I get it. People don't want to take running backs early in the draft. But from what I've heard and a lot of top media guys, radio guys, when teams draft running backs in the first round, it's usually to basically add on to what your team is, add on to your team. Not necessarily fill a hole, but to add some oomph to your team, you know what I mean? It's almost like a finishing piece, like a icing on the cake sort of thing. And I think that's the position that the Bills are in right now. Look, don't draft need. Even though we may look like we need a running back, we really don't, because we have 2 guys who are under contract on the rookie deals on the team right now, with a couple on the practice squad who could fill in. But you could drastically improve there and just have another weapon on the field to account for. I say you go out and you get a playmaker, Travis Etienne. Now, a lot of people are saying Najee Harris. I personally don't think he's going to be there. Mel Kiper thinks he's going to be there. He had that in his first mock draft coming out. Look, the difference between Najee Harris, and I think Najee Harris is looked at and more regarded, he's higher looked at than Etienne. I think Etienne would have been the first running back off the board if he came out last year, but he decided to stay, which is good for the Bills. I like Etienne better just because of the speed factor. The Bills lack speed against the Chiefs. Plain and simple. Tyreek Hill, absolutely insane. Just ridiculous amount of speed. Picture a whole army of Tyreek Hills. We're done for it. Plain and simple, we're done for it. Anyways, but Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, fucking quick, bro. Really, really quick. We don't really have, besides Stephon Diggs, we don't really have a lot of speed on the offensive side of the ball. We have a lot of guys who win at the line of scrimmage with route running and all that, but Singletary, for a small guy, he's slow as fuck. And Zach Moss has a little bit more speed. I think we need to see a little bit more from Zach Moss, but Singletary is slow as fuck, bro. For how small he is and how shifty he is, he has no breakaway speed whatsoever. Travis Etienne. He had, compared to Najee Harris, yes. Najee Harris, I think Etienne is faster and he will have a better 40 time in the combine. I think it's the combination of speed and size. Najee Harris is 6'1". Etienne is 5'9". But Etienne I believe Travis Etienne is a thicker 5'9". Got tremendous amount home run speed. So I think he's got size and speed. While I think Najee Harris does have a little bit of an edge on him when necessarily in the pass catching game, but I think that's easily teachable. I think you go Etienne. I think you go Etienne for sure. Travis Etienne. Get me him, Mr. Bean. We need him. I've been wanting him since last year. Me, personally. Now, second, third round. In second round, if he's available, which I would really like to see this happen, Patrick Jones. Now, Patrick Jones, he's an edge rusher from Pitt. I think there's really not a lot of depth in terms of edge in this draft. Linebacker, there is some depth. There's a lot of value there. Edge, not so sure. So if you're able to get Patrick Jones, who's one of the top edge rushers in this draft, in the second round, a little later in the second round, got speed off the edge. He's big, strong. I would really like this pick. Yeah, he's a pick guy too, so who knows? Maybe you're drafting the next Aaron Donald light guy. He's not Aaron Donald. He's not a 3 tech. He's not a defensive tackle. He's an edge guy, but from Pitt. So you like. Sorry, my battery just came up. So you like that. You like, the pedigree, I guess you could say. Patrick Jones from Pitt. I've looked up his highlights. He's super fast. He had a bunch of sacks last year. Brevin Jordan, third round. Now, I would love to see this happen. Brevin Jordan is from my hometown, Las Vegas, Sin City Mafia. He's from here. I went to school with the guy. He went to the University of Miami. He went to the U. Had a pretty decent year. He's projected to go like second, maybe third round. If he drops to the third round, I think he would be great for the Buffalo Bills. Only thing is he's from warm weather, Vegas, Miami. Don't know if that necessarily mixed, but he's got a rare combination of size and speed. Not the tallest, but he's big. He was big when I was a kid. So I think we could go Brevin Jordan, tight end out of Miami, third round. Now I'm not saying any of that's going to happen, but I think these are all positions that the Bills could definitely use. Now, this is from a layman's speak here, right? But from a smart GM, I think, or a conservative GM, they're going to want to go cornerback depth. They want to go defensive line depth. They're going to want to they're going to want to fill holes. I don't think we need to necessarily fill holes. I think we just need to get better. We just need to improve at positions and just add more fuel to our team. Etienne would do that. Patrick Jones would do that. Brevin Jordan would do that. And look, if you don't want to go tight end in the draft, look, you could always go. And this is a couple free agent pickups I think we could do. Hunter Henry is going to be a little bit more on the expensive side. Sport Track's currently got him around $10.5 million on annual average. He will get paid a year. So that's a little bit more on the expensive side, but if I were the Chargers, I'd re-sign Hunter Henry. But if you don't, Bills, take a look at him. Take a look. If we re-sign Milano, I think that's off the table. But if we don't, Hunter Henry, you should be on the radar. Absolutely. Dawson Knox has not proved to be... I was expecting a lot more from him this year. Let's just put it that way. Hunter Henry for sure. Marvin Jones. You get rid of John Brown, maybe bring in another guy like Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones had a great year last year. He finished the year off great with Detroit. I think he finished with like 10 or 11 touchdowns. I like Marvin Jones a lot. I think he's a very underrated receiver in this league. And I think you can get him on the cheap. Mark Ingram, cut by the Ravens. I think he's a lot of knowledge, veteran leadership that could be brought into that running back room. You saw what he did for Dobbins. You saw what he did for Gus Edwards. I think that could be a great pickup. Again, also on the cheap. Big one, and I didn't know this guy was going to be a free agent this year, but I think he would fit perfectly for the Bills. Marcus Golden from the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, this guy, he's quick. He had a great end of the year with the Cardinals. I think, what did he have? I want to say he had let's see. He had a bunch of sacks against the Giants the one game that I watched. And it was good against the Bills too. Marcus Golden, I think, would be a fantastic edge rusher, weak side linebacker pickup for the Bills. And you could also get him on the cheap. And last one, maybe take a flyer on him. He's safety, Malik Hooker. He's a free agent this year too. Lots of injury problems. But hey, maybe, who knows? Maybe keep him on the roster. Poyer, Hyde, they're getting a little older. I'm not saying they're old, but they're getting a little older. But I'm sorry, guys. This is a whole bunch of information. I think I'm gonna cut it off right here. I have talked about a lot of stuff. We talked, guys, Sin City Mafia. We talked about total cap space the Bills are gonna have this year, key free agents we're gonna have, and also a couple key free agents I forgot to mention that we will have: Isaiah McKenzie, Andre Roberts. That is kind of some bigger names. Josh Dorman's gone. Brian Winters is gone. Matt Barkley probably gone, even though he's a good locker room presence. Make Fromm your backup quarterback. Jake Fromm your backup quarterback. Levi Wallace is restricted. But besides that, I think we're pretty decent in terms of the. You got to make a decision on Isaiah McKenzie and Andre Roberts. So if you want a good return man or you want a good gadget guy, pick your poison. Anyways, we talked about all that, free agents, how much we could save in cap space, our draft picks, where we could go in the draft, possible free agent pickups, players we need to resign. Matt Milano, do it, Brandon Bean, do it. And that's about it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I don't sound like I'm talking out of my ass. Anyways, I enjoy doing these. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will probably be posting this, I want to say Saturday, day before Super Bowl. So comment, like, subscribe. I just updated all my new Instagram stuff. So my new Instagram, I'll put it somewhere around here. It's at Sin City Mafia, the way it's spelled, Sin City Mafia _. Plain and simple. Some loser from Vegas has Sin City Mafia, just the regular thing. So fuck you, bro. But yeah, so Sin City Mafia _. I'll put that here, whatever. Twitter still the same, at Joey Hoth. I post a lot of good little tidbits, little stats and all that shit, and funny shit too. I love my Twitter. Go follow that. I'll put that again somewhere up here. But comment, like, and subscribe. Like the video! I saw that in like a Nick Merckx thing. Shout out Nick Merckx. It was kind of funny. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. If you're going to watch parties, if you're going to be drinking, be safe. Have a designated driver. Eat a lot of food. And enjoy the game. Even though, look, I don't want either of these teams to win. I don't want Tom Brady to win another fucking Super Bowl. Bills fans, we don't want to see it. Patrick Mahomes, I know you just whooped our ass in the fucking AFC Championship. Do not let Tom Brady, age 43, Tom Brady beat you, Mahomes. If you let that happen, you're a fraud. I'm just kidding. But come on, just don't let it happen. Mahomes, get your second ring, brother. Enjoy the game, guys. And I will see you soon. I'm posting a lot of reels on Instagram, so check those out too on the Insta. Later.